Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. This is a much requested and overdue video, guys. Today I'm going to be telling you what I believe $1,000 invested into Cardano could turn into in a 1 year, end of cycle price prediction and a 5-year plus price prediction. That is right, I'm going to give you not one, but two price predictions. We're going to be diving into a number of things. We're going to be hearing from the CEO of the Cardano Foundation on his short-term goals till 2022, into 2022 slightly, and a 5-year plus sort of goals and aspirations for Cardano. This is going to tie in nicely with our price predictions. We're going to be looking at a number of things like the tokenomics, etc., and stay tuned because towards the end of the video, and I promise you it'll be worth it, guys, I'll be giving you the much requested price predictions, what $1,000 would turn into in the time period of the end of the year, end of cycle, and 5 years plus. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. $1,000 into Cardano gives you around about 746 ADA. The price of ADA right now, and bear this in mind when you're watching this video, as you may be watching this video with an inflated or perhaps slightly deflated ADA price, is the 11th of July 2021 today. The current price is $1.35 and the market cap, remember this, is $42.9 billion because we're going to look at market cap when we give you these price predictions. Now, why would you want to invest in Cardano? Well, let's start with what Cardano is, and I'm going to be telling you why I'm personally investing in it and why there is such an amazing value proposition at hand here. So let's jump straight into it. Cardano is making the world work better for everybody. Cardano is a blockchain platform for change makers, innovators, and visionaries with the tools and technologies required to create possibilities for the many as well as the few and bring about positive global change. You guys have probably heard of Ethereum. Cardano is a competitor. Cardano, the founder, Charles Hoskinson, actually helped to found Ethereum with another 5 other individuals. Gavin Wood, the founder of Polkadot, was another one, along with Vitalik Buterin, the main founder of Ethereum. So he's been about in this space since the dawn of the smart contract blockchain. And essentially, Cardano is just that. It is a building platform. He has described it as a FOSS, a financial operating system, that people can build on top of. Now, there is another fantastic value proposition here in the sense that Cardano is not yet a finished project, and we're going to cover that in more detail in a second. Now, what are the purposes of Cardano? A platform built for sustainable future to help people work better together, trust one another, and build global solutions to problems. The beautiful thing about blockchain technology, guys, is you don't have to trust anyone. You're trusting a protocol, a piece of technology that has been proven to be trustable. You don't have to trust another human being. We are all human beings. We all have our own flaws, our own desires, our own goals, our own agendas. This cuts out any kind of risk from that issue. Cardano is a fork in the road. It takes us from where we've been to where we are destined to go. A global society that is secure, transparent, and fair, and which serves the many as well as the few. Like the technological revolutions that have come before, it offers a new template for how we work, interact, and create as individuals, businesses, and societies. Got some very, very interesting stuff to go into after this, guys. Cardano began with a vision of a world without intermediaries, in which power is not controlled by the accountable few, but by the empowered many. In this world, individuals have control over their data and how they interact and transact. Businesses have the opportunity to grow independent of monopolies and bureaucratic power structures. Societies are able to pursue true democracy, self-governing, fair, and accountable. It is a world made possible by Cardano. This is the underlying purpose of this technology, and to me it is a noble one. I am 100% on board with this, and in actual fact, this is one of the reasons I stayed around in 2018 when everything crashed, was because my personal views and opinions align with what is going on with blockchain. I think there has been an ever increasing cry for a decentralized world, as we've seen a bit of draconian measures sort of inputted by governments across the world, given the sort of 2 years that we've just gone through. These are some of the sectors that Cardano is looking to change. Cryptocurrencies was rather a bad word to call these things because they aren't just currencies, they have a number of a huge range of applications. The applications are many. Similar to when the internet first came out, people could never have imagined the weird and wonderful ways we use it today. Blockchain is very similar. Education is a sector, retail is a sector, agriculture, governments, finance, healthcare, so on and so forth, guys. Now, Cardano is not yet a finished project, which to me offers an even higher value proposition because smart contracts are around the corner. We are in the Goguen era, of which we're in the last fork of that era, which is called Alonzo. We are already through that. We're on Alonzo White today. And this testnet is set to roll out and become a mainnet in September, where smart contracts will be publicly accessible and people can start building them. We can see an entire DeFi space and many other applications being built on top of it in a similar way to how we see Ethereum. Ethereum today is currently sat at $248 billion in terms of market cap. Remember that, because that is going to go into what we're about to talk about. Now, one thing I want to show you guys, I want to play you 2 clips of the short term. This ties in very nicely with our price predictions of the end of the year, end of cycle, and the longer term 5 years plus price prediction. So let's play these clips, guys, and then let's review it and wrap this video up.
Tactical short-term goals, they will be the building blocks of how we will improve our infrastructure in the foundation to ensure that this long-term can lead to some very concrete longer-term goals. So when we look into 2022, it is not only important, it is vital for an ecosystem which is built around the native currency of ADA as a utility token, which allows you to operate on our blockchain, that wherever you are, if you're building a business model, or if you're capturing business value from optimizing business procedures, or if you're building a security token or an NFT, or you are a fisherman in West Africa and you're building an identity. So whatever happens, how you integrate with us always comes over sometimes the ADA. Therefore, onboarding 50 banks becomes very important for us. It should be in a way that if you have a lot of ADA, you can always get into the local fiat currency. And you can always get from a local fiat currency into ADA, and over time into whatever other token you might be holding using the Cardano blockchain. The other part about focusing on the banks will allow us downstream to push one of the most regulated industries, but also one of the industries who's most ripe for change, to basically get their eyes open for what they can do long-term using smart contracts and other features on the Cardano protocol. Plus, in their compliance function, it will allow them to take hard choices about, do we have the right auditability? Do we have the right forensic tools? Do we have the right identity coupled to the account? All of those things will push us to put the power in the right places to solve some of those problems, that ADA and other tokens become available in the countries you might be living in and might be operating from. We want to introduce at least 3 supportive libraries, tools, and amazing use cases. The developer portal, of course, that's not just a static thing. It needs to be very vibrant, interactive, a place where developers comes, not only gets help, but also gets ideas and can share ideas. We want to increase the quality of voting and proposals in Catalyst. We already see we have about 200,000 users who is voting in Catalyst. I will pause 1 second. 200,000 voters who is voting in the decentralized treasury. That is de facto the largest government without a nation state in effect today. That is already an amazing milestone. But increasing this and increasing the meaningful participation will get us even further. And last but not least, increase the interoperability for financial inclusion. So how do we take some of the beautiful things from DeFi into a regulated space? How do we bridge the part that in certain countries digital money works with a mobile network operator, but not yet on a blockchain? How do we ensure that everybody who wants to can interact with our project and our blockchain applications? 2023 and 2020.
So before we go any further and look at the sort of 5 years plus sort of goals and strategy for the Cardano as a project as a whole, That's amazing. I mean, hopefully there are some points there with why perhaps you may want to get involved in this project. You know, there are just so many things, so many positives for this project. So they're the short term, sort of 2021 into 2022, that we're going to give you a price prediction for in this video. So stick around, guys. That is coming. Now we're going to look at the longer term price predictions, guys. The longer term, not price predictions, longer term predictions, the goals for sort of into the future. Now, this is very interesting. I mean, he'd already said that they have the largest kind of governance in the world, essentially. This project's just going from strength to strength. The community is so strong. You know, this video has been much requested time and time again. People want a nice round figure to work off, so we're giving you that.
In real life, we are satisfied when, in 2026, we have a suite of services for a nation. That we have a truly decentralized protocol stack, which is self-evolving with the community. That we see Voltaire is coming into action, and we see that a lot of the decisions and the roadmap is being driven from the voting and the actual governance, which is happening from our community and the future users. We want to have an ongoing assistance on regulatory frameworks, which makes it easier to use decentralized protocols and blockchains. And obviously, we are on the road, as I said before, and I will continue saying, what does a blockchain look like when 1 billion users get the value proposition and get the impact of all of those things a blockchain can offer? Now,
so we'll wrap that up there. That is enough from the CEO. We also have a quote from him that we're going to talk about very quickly. He said, what does 1 billion users on this platform look like? I think it looks like well over $1 trillion. And that is going to tie in with the 5-year plus price prediction that I gave you. Bitcoin has already at one point hit over $1 trillion. So people that say a blockchain can't get to that have no idea what they're talking about. Now, the 5-year plus is largely very speculative. The 1 year or end of year to end of cycle price prediction, we have actually calculated and spoken about a lot on this channel. We've worked out things like the Elliott wave theory. We believe that the Cardano price action is following something called Elliott wave theory, and you're about to embark on your 5th and final leg. Those of you who follow the channel on a daily basis and get subscribed if you're not already, guys, will know that. So, on to the price prediction, guys. Hopefully he gave you enough reasons why you may want to be a part of this project. So the end of year, end of cycle price prediction that I'm giving you for Cardano is $7.50 to $10. Now we're going to take the lowest figure here just to be conservative, you know, not the $10, we're going to take the $7.50. The market cap of Cardano, if we reached a $7.50 price, would be $239.5 billion. Ethereum is already there, guys, and has been much higher. I think this is a very conservative and very honest and modest price prediction that I'm personally going to be taking profits at this point. However, I am going to be holding a large part of my Cardano well into the future, ladies and gentlemen. Your $1,000 into Cardano would turn to $5,730. Now, there is not long left of the year, around about 5 months left. Could go slightly into next year, depending on where we top out. There is a kind of lengthening cycle theory at play. But ultimately, your $1,000 would more than 5x. You will not get a return anywhere that is quite that good, unless it is in other cryptos that are significantly smaller in terms of market cap and can amplify. But this is a solid, safe-ish, in an unsafe or very volatile, I should say, environment investment. And it's one I've personally took with much more than the figures we are talking about on this screen, because I believe in what they are doing, essentially. So, the 5-year, and by the way, guys, we have mapped out on a kind of technical level why we believe we could get to that price prediction. You know, we ultimately think that we're bottoming out in our 4th wave. This is our 5th wave. Get sub to the channel if you're not already, guys, because this is honestly a very fast-growing channel and is going to continue to do so. So let's talk about the 5-year plus. Now, there's a lot more speculation involved here, but he spoke about Fortune 500 companies, which would be huge if they're actually running and using and utilizing Cardano. He also spoke about 1 billion users. That's a $1 trillion market cap, in my opinion, and would give us a Cardano price of around about $31 to $34. In 5 years plus time, around about 5 years, your $1,000 into Cardano could potentially turn into $23,000. Let that sink in, ladies and gentlemen. That is an investment unlike any. $1,000, the reason we chose 1,000 is because it's quite an accessible figure. What's $1,000 nowadays? Can't really do much with that. But $23,000 would allow you and your family, and this is why I'm such an ambassador for crypto, because I believe they offer a proposition for the masses to change their lives for the better. Because $23,000 would give you a step up on that financial ladder that I believe, and remember, none of this is financial advice. This is all just my own opinion. Don't take this as financial advice. Just take this opinion perhaps on board and allow it to maybe help you with your own biases. That cryptos really offer an opportunity for your everyday individual to take a small amount of money and turn it into a great one. I am a living proof of that, and there are many others like us out there. So your $1,000 would turn into $23,000 with a $31 price. Now, both of these price predictions haven't even taken into account that you can actually stake your Cardano, which you should be doing if you don't plan on selling it in the immediate future, and actually earning rewards up to around about 7%, depending on what stake pool you're with, whether you want to use Yoroi or Daedalus, the actual Cardano native wallets, or whether you want to stake on Binance or Coinbase isn't staking it. I think you can stake on Kraken now. But yeah, so very, very interesting, guys. Let me know what you think about these price predictions. This was a much requested video. People always want to know a nice round figure and what it could potentially turn into. I've given you my predictions. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you disagree with me, leave a reason why you perhaps disagree with me, because, you know, those opinions that you have are very, very important to me. And ultimately, I want to know perhaps why you do or don't disagree and what the overall sentiment is on this video and these price predictions. That is all I have for you in this video, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're as excited as I am for the future and what these cryptocurrencies and Cardano could bring for us. I'm going to love and leave you on that note, guys. Hopefully, I will see you all in the next video. You have subscribed. Remember, like, comment, share this video for those of you who wish to share it. And I'll see you all in the next one, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.